Proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tungada chika 25 arshiringi 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nerebera rw'ekitongole kya Uganda Communications Commission.
Abantu nyina bakibale kagadi kakumiro na hadi hona mutabaruke habwokuba byansika arguza egabude obone baletera mibazi yona eyabuzireyira ikara nogya Kampala manya Kenya manya Dubai nogitoza hati nulekeraho genda bugenda mu batasika arguza yona emibaze roho okukebera omubiri gwono okamanya na kyorwaire byona byabusa iwe kwenda kukebera kompyuta kwigula ebinywa kandi inyo bakasitoma babo abakuru inyo bakubahereza special care bakusubuza green tea abeya y'omusubuzi okuterwa omutwe kuterwa omutima ekiriro liro mubiri kuruma n'okuzimba ebigeri ulcers hernia sukari pressure kusanyarara omusujja ogutakira kurumwa omugongo kuruma munda amani gekisajja negekazi toine iwo karwara amaino habokwa nibo bokaba kuletera ombazi gwa amaino okubakweta high quality toothpaste bakusemereza obuhereza haihi na iwe buli kya baraza babahunya marunda town council hasanyuka bar and lodge kandi kuruga kya kabiri kya kasatu kya kana kya katano kya mukaga hamuna kya sande baba karuguza ha office zabwe enkuru ha muhanda gwa kikada waruga ha Stanbic Bank hakona house ne kyapa kibahoja kwa nokirora genda bugenda akasente ko gule mibazi niko bakwijanja bokire abokumanya bikiraho baza nabo haziro msanju munana mukaga 13 04 00 na 0 msanju ina 0 kenda na 5 10 abiri na 3 yanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikulemera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimu ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handweleza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oine kizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda ha vision hakyombeko kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 musanju musanju munana kinana na munana musanju na musanju asatu na munana na 0 musanju 0 mwenda nkaga na ibiri kinana na 3 anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire musanje zeihangwe ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nererwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good afternoon. It is exactly 1 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of KDR News. Now, the detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has reappointed Dr. Beatrice Nkwenge Byakutaga to the Education Service Commission Board. The educationist, whose term was set to expire today, 10th of July, is now set for another 4 years at the commission. Speaking shortly after her swearing in at the Supreme Court in Kampala yesterday, Byakutaga, 64, expressed gratitude to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as well as the Education Minister and First Lady Janet Kata Museveni for keeping faith in her for a second term and for continuously guiding the board in their work. Byakutaga notes that her maiden term had been filled with many learning experiences, adding that she is now better than when she came in. Judiciary Registrar Asiimwe, who presided over the event, says that serving in the civil service is not just like any other job but service to the people. The ceremony was witnessed by all members of the Education Service Commission Board, including the Deputy Chairperson Dr. Violet Kajubiri Florelich. Others included Elizabeth Gabona, Rose Izizinga, Johnson Malinga, and Jacob Richards Opolot. The Education Service Commission was established by the Constitution of Uganda, and its main function is advising the President on matters relating to the appointments of officers in the public service. It is also responsible to ensuring the people recruited in the education sector are competent to deliver education services to the people of Uganda. Away from that, medics and leaders in Chikube district have appealed to government to consider recruiting an eye specialist to as low as Health Center 3 so that they can detect cases and refer where necessary. This follows increasing eye problems, many of whom, due to ignorance, have resorted to herbs, use of urine, and breast milk for treatment. Following increasing eye-related illnesses, Itaza Foundation, in partnership with Meng Hospital, held a health camp at Bujalia Primary School in Buhimba Sub-County. Stephen Asera, the Buhaguzi East Member of Parliament, says that the community is still backward to the extent of some using urine and breast milk without caring about the impacts. Asera notes that in the 4 medical camps they have so far held, 19 patients have been diagnosed and operated, and other sites recovered, their sites recovered, while those with hardships in reading have been supported with reading and sunglasses. During the same health camp, people who lost legs received treatment. Some were supported with artificial legs to aid them in movement. Over to Kienyejo district, the head teacher at Katoke Secondary School, Sabiti Solomon in Kienyejo, has rubbished allegations fueled by the section of old boys and old girls that the school is not progressing and that learners are no longer studying well. Speaking to our reporter in his office yesterday, Solomon explains that in 2017 he joined the school as a new head teacher, and a lot has been achieved, including fighting endless strikes, construction of new structures, and increasing in student enrollment, characterized by good performance both at O and O level. He reveals that OBs and OGs are currently using social media handles, mostly WhatsApp, to spread the false information to the public purposely to tarnish the good image of the school. Solomon has threatened to shoo ringleaders to courts of law so that justice can prevail, appealing to parents and other stakeholders to visit the school for fact-finding missions.
Mero nkasanga liona likubi muno abana bakabatoka bakombe bibiri strike zikaziroho buli saha yona kandi akabulemu wa miringo talibe miringemu abana nabarwana bonka abarwana basomesa nabarwana na BTA na board etutsima ruhanga kuruga tujya mu isomero muno eteke bero infrastructure ne byombeko nebindi bikabera hansi muno bayitukuruga tujya mu isomero muno myaka NN bataniza na PTA bataniza na board n'abazaire hamwe n'abaana abasomesa na teaching staff isimu twaliombeka twine hostels runde domu ina nkoto munezi kutwara abana nka 300 buliyemu tiricyali isomo lya katoke bisomo lihanga liona baitu habairoho engambo abantu ababe yabo batikatikuli isomero kola baligara kinyuma nyuma biro bino batera mu kutugwabo gwa all students ndabegi abasomira hano ne bagamba nti abegi isomero tubakusoma ngwa abegi tubakuliya kurungi kakoba abana bikana barabato muzere na leta abana be hano nabatano boarding ebiona bisuba kandi biri intended korana bigari isomero enyuma bane itubainire amazima gali tujagenda mbeberagira abokuba amasimu ago twinago mbere information eno irabiri nuko toraro omuntu abalize ibintu bikwata kubi isomero lya government na individual oguntujja kumupininga nk'omuntu.
Moses Barwana, the vice chairperson of the umbrella that brings together the old boys and old girls of the school, has equally expressed his dissatisfaction to the former students whom he says would be promoting the school but instead promoting hatred towards their former school.
Nyuma yokurora amakuru agabayire hamukutugwaitu aganya kutandikibweho omuhabegi bagenzi baitu umbayire ntarukumanya ngo ene kigenderero wake ina muntu wundi wena watwira amakuru official uko tumanyire isomero yine bebembezi baitu amakuru gagumuzerega rwo mwanya nagatandika kandi amakuru agonyonko omu abantu abarugondeza isomero n'ebirungi basomireho kandi yo muhabembezi isomero lino gankozere ko bimono uko bayitwe nka abantu abasomira hano isomero twakubere ntukuma kumangana tugare birungi kongera isomero ryitato barukubaho bagenzi bayitwa abandi abasomira hano abarukwenda kusisi isomero no kuligara inyuma icyo kibi mono.
Richard Nsungwa Byandigire, the chairperson PTA, has commended the school head teacher Solomon, who he says has played a pivotal role in uplifting the standard of the school. George Karubanga, the village chairperson, says that he has ruled the area for many years, cooperating with the school, and he has never recorded any unlawful cases as alleged by the section of former students.
Galimana kino kitukubaza kikintu cyo kwehayisa kikintu cyo kwendugisiriza kikintu cyo cya buri muntu wena cyashobora kwija akarora umuntu wakatokana owabayireho enyima na hati munena ngo asokubaza igabo cy'ibyo ntari isomero kwa kinsarize muno rero muzeire agamba ngo atungira amakuru social media kandi enyima bakasanga abarize nabwe bwambo bibi haboriza sikazi turkire abo isomero rino ikintu cya habwanya kaciya person wa chairperson wa PTA cyankora ko muno ikibagambira muri abazere bakatoke manyiri isomero na mbere rugire bamanyiri isomero na mbere kinyanda kuterera abazere bakatoke ntekintu cyo no kiraba hoga kibege kirungi ekemune kibi mutaka kitayire umwanya w'umuntu na kemanyi muteregese mu abembezi banyo mu
abo ntibakwenda birungi byakatoke CS abo ko barozire ngo toke CS ne yakora bulkiro ebintu nkoko bakuyija atikero kinu nyenye atankoko bisanga nosangaro improvement so ni inherent aba batakwenda birungi nubakubaza isomero ryitwa nyonde muzaira hano.
In an interview with students, the students hailed the school management for always struggling to maintain the progress of the school.
Ubikoze tukayosiza ruhanga ukasaba uko tuko tenengeso ukasaba kuanza kusaba nuko kwaza ruhanga nyamugese mbizeramo uko so no kubona mugese cyo ngo tenengeso takusaba takumanya ruhanga mugeze ganga fa nyoni ntekereza amazima ginyene bakubazibuye muntu nkoguru kubazebe kasinga afuna chance yo kujya mu isomero muneke tubyame naso no kutwita Oritema kurangwe nitema ari kutagonda isomero ryitu ari level kumaisa naso kora kimu kutwita nuko abazera batine bataleta abana na abana
abasobayi tutahazimu hetiche myaka ya mazimu isomero abeske tufuniro bugabe ena mudomo tukaba tuli mu abaisiki 25 aba bakutubazaho nyowe ni ingamba basobora kubabale abo habamu abatakwenda kurora isomero yetu ndigenda mu maiso ito abantu bo wisike isomero twine senior women twine ba dom mothers babiri twine our deputy kandi ne cyakande kituyambere mu isomero nazi girl child haizire bitongole bitali bimo na bimo they have empowered us.
Away from that, the High Court in Kasese District has dismissed a case of aggravated development against Joseph Machozi Kule due to lack of witnesses. Prosecution had alleged that on the 31st of December 2020, while in Kiesero, one village in Mukunyu Sub-County Kasese District, the accused reportedly had sexual intercourse with her 7-year-old biological daughter. The decision was arrived at after resident state attorney counsel Owundo Jeffrey failed to produce witnesses to testify against the accused persons, alleging that they had shifted to unknown location. Delivering his ruling yesterday, Justice David Makumbi said that since state has no hope of getting witnesses, he dismissed the case. Speaking to the press shortly after court session, the defense lawyer counsel Luke Kanyonyi from Bagenda and co-advocates said High Court judge accepted his submission of dismissing the case since the suspect had stayed in prison for over 3 years with no witnesses testifying against him. The grandfather to the victim, Joseph Kambasu Kaliambabuthi, notes that Machozi was innocently accused by his wife, who he says is perpetual drunkard in their house.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
For the news on the international scene, a court in Moscow has ordered the imprisonment of Yulia Navalnaya, the widow of the late Russian opposition politician Alexei Navalny, for 2 months. The court accuses Navalnaya, who lives in exile in Germany, of participating in an extremist group. The decision means she faces certain arrest if she sets foot in the country. Navalnaya, 47, stepped into the spotlight following her husband's death in the Arctic penal colony in February this year, and said she will continue to fight for what Navalny called the beautiful Russia of the future. Writing on X, formerly Twitter, Navalnaya told her supporters to focus not on the court but against her, not to focus on the court's order against her, but on the battle against Russian President Vladimir Putin, whom she says is a murderer and a war criminal. Since her husband's death, Navalnaya has met a number of Western leaders, including U.S. President Joe Biden in San Francisco. The U.S.-based non-profit group Human Rights Foundation named Navalnaya its chair last week, and she says she will use the new role to step up the struggle waged by her husband against Putin. The listener, it is 15 minutes past 1 p.m. As I wind up the news course, a quick look on the top stories once more. President Museveni reappoints Byakutaga to the ESC board. Medics, leaders in Chikube demand for eye specialist. Court dismisses defilement case over lack of witnesses in Kasese, and Russian court orders arrest of Navalny's widow, Navalnaya, in absentia. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your lunch. It is Wednesday, and I wish you the best of it. And keep listening for more programs coming up for your listening pleasure.
From all over the world, local, regional, national, and international, KDR